now we have mock interview one, which helps on explaining the design of WhatsApp or chat system. So it will be between Roshan and Shrini.
Yeah, thank you, Priyanka. Myself, Shrini Raushan. So I will be playing the role of interviewer today. We are going to discuss about designing a chat system.
All right. Thank you, Shrini. So, hi then. Good evening. Myself, Raushan, and today my role will be for interviewer. I just,
Yeah. So today,
I,
we are going to design uh, scalable chat application similar to WhatsApp, where a
Mhm.
system should support a one-to-one messaging, group chat, and all the message delivery should be up to real time. Uh, so
Mhm.
and it should support media type as well. Maybe image for now. We can keep just an image support.
Okay.
And we are thinking that our application will be used throughout the world. So you should have a global scale, and we expect around 10 million users to get onboarded. So you should think about the architectural approach, like how we can scale up to 10 million users. Uh, so these are all the few requirements. Maybe you can discuss. So if you have
Oh,
any questions, you can ask.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Shrini, do we have anything like? I'm just thinking, do we have any option like are we gonna cover online? Is it message is sent or delivered or is it read or unread?
Yeah, we do need to support offline users as well.
This offline. Okay.
Yeah.
What else we can do?
And also
We
consider you have a group size limit of 100, maybe 100 members can be able to join the group. And you should maintain the order of messages as well.
uh, was talking about the ordering. Okay.
Yeah.
What else we can? Okay. Mhm. All right. So now I will do one thing. Just I will put it on the top for my information. Okay, so quickly I will just go for a high level, like before moving on the services, what service we're gonna do. Okay, so let's think about we will have a client, one user, just one, and we have I'm going with two user. Just we will have user two, and okay. We will have, think about, we will have a WhatsApp server. This is the WhatsApp server. Now, inside the WhatsApp server, I'm going with gateways. Different. Okay, I will discuss this part also once. This is gateway. And example, one user is sending message to the server, and server is gonna send. Okay. All right. So, Srini, what is happening here? Like, suppose user one is sending one message hi to user two. So, what should be the flow? It's like, suppose here we can use the one REST API. Like, user can send the message over HTTPS.
First
And
5 minutes of the session is over. Next 25 minutes session got started. Yes. Continue.
okay. So, our HTTPS message will go to the WhatsApp server. There, of course, we can have a load balancer also. So what they can do, like they can think about, okay, we will have a load balancer, and they can send the message hi here, and they will go to the WhatsApp server, and this WhatsApp server there is gonna respond to the user to how. So here is with the help of HTTPS, we can send the message, but here client is sending message to the server. But the thing is, like, why Wave RTC came into the picture, like, directly this server cannot send the message to the client. So that's the reason we have we thought like we should something over the TCP protocol, something should run, like we have something called Wave RTC, I mean Wave socket. With the help of Wave socket, uh, I mean user can have a connection with example API gateway one, and user two can connect it. Wave RTC do? I mean Wave socket do, like they will have a peer-to-peer connection, and the hi message user gonna send to WhatsApp server, and this WhatsApp server is gonna respond back to them. I'm just thinking. And before that, how they can identify which gateway they have connected? Because think about, we will have, I have mentioned, we have 10 millions of users. In between, of course, we should have something session. I'm just going with one of the microservices example, sessions management. We have one of the microservices. They are what they are doing that. Like every user, they will have a hash mapping kind of like a key value pair. They will store the value like which user is connected with which server. They will have something key mapping like user one is connected with A, or user 2 is connected with P. And so what is going to happen, load balancer will decide where to send, where is the, and of course they will, because once user A will send message to hi, and they I mean they don't know where to send the message to which person, right? Then of course they will have a session. Inside the session server, they will have they will have the all the information of the user, which user is connected with which gateway, I mean where which web socket they have connected. So they will have the entire information, and with the help of that, again they will respond back to the system, and they will respond back to the user too. In between, we can have a of course we can have a chat service.
Okay, like one doubt over there is you are using a load balancer. So what
Okay.
type of load balancer is that one? Is it a application level or a network level load balancer? And which strategy like you are going to use to route the messages? So, like, can you
Uh,
add some points on that?
See, I'm gonna use on the network layer, because see, I mean different lot of gateways will be there, right? And they will decide like and you have mentioned one more point, like I mean server can be in like India, and it can be like in somewhere like in US also, correct? And they will, of course they will decide which gateways to point, and with the help of that they will go to the sessions, and sessions again they will get to know, I mean which user is connected with which web socket, and with the help of that.
Also, one more
Yes.
thing over here with session as well. Like,
Hmm.
how we will build the initial map? Like, can you add more point on that one? So you are telling like which user is connected to which WebSocket,
Hmm.
like that. So, but how we will know like that map? How you will get to know that values?
Okay, you are talking, okay, so of course before that we can have a some services like okay, see, in the load balancer, we should have one services for auth service and user service, different service we can have. And this is all is like a microservices. This is microservices. And this session, right, Srini, this session can also have a microservices. And they how they will get to know, like once user will be registered, right, data will be stored. And like of course WebSocket connection will be there, right? And once they will be connected, they will have the information which with the help of token ID or device ID, they will have the information which room they have connected. So in the session they will have this is like one of the microservices they will have.
Okay. A room in the sense like is it like a group like for individual also, like you will be creating a rooms in WebSocket and you will
No,
be
coming on that, once this one user connection will happen, right? Then similar way, I'm just thinking in my mind like same like we will have a group, right? So yeah, of course, every group will have the group ID. So suppose one person has sent the message hi, and again they will go to session like with the help of gateway. Of course, they will go to session, and the session again we should have one of the group service. And in the group service, what they will do sessions. Firstly, they again they we should have one of the services like they will check in the group services with the help of group ID. Give me the list of the user, and with the help of user, right? We will get to know like which web socket which user has connected, and with the help of that, again they will reply back to the some of the gateways, and they will respond the message to the user too. And similar way, suppose they have read the message again, vice versa, they will again respond to them. And again, this process will go to the sessions, and again, these sessions they will reply back to something kind of uh, to the user. So it's like the same like how read and suppose message sent happen, one tick is gonna happen. So it's like this message will go to the load balancer. They will again check to the session, and in the sessions microservices, they will get to know which socket they have connected, which server, and with the help of that, they will again go to the another gateway and they will send the message to them. So it's
like
like
where do
yeah.
you save the session?
Okay, this session we're talking about, right? So
Those values, where do you save?
okay, this is like a frequently used. So we can use Redis over here, Redis, and with the help because it's like frequently we are gonna read the information over here, right? Like Redis again we can use for like I will comment that like I mean how we can implement is it user is online or offline. It's like with the help of this. Suppose in the this session microservices use a DB Redis. With the help of this key figure, whatever we was talking about, right? That information will be stored here in the Redis, and they with the help of this we will get to know which user is connected with which session, which web socket. Okay,
Okay,
now
okay.
now I will come on like suppose we have something called like a status example how this status works, right? Similar like of course a status I was thinking we can have one of the we can think about one of the services called we can implement one more microservices called activity. I'm just thinking we can have one of the microservices called activity tracking. Inside the activity tracking, how we can measure activity tracking? Like I'm just thinking like suppose user whenever they will come online, right, and they will do some of the activity like reading the message or scrolling the browser. I mean, scrolling the chat or going reading the some another people message. So with the help of that, we will know some activity is going on. So we can store over here. What was the last time is time? I mean, when they have done some of the typing or something. With the help of that, we will store some of the information here, and what they can do like how user one will get to know like someone is online and when they are offline. Online meaning like suppose user 2 recently done some of the activity, we can set the threshold, like if it is 3 second before or 10 second before, then we will just respond back to user one, like this user is online kind of. And suppose user is more than like 10 second, they have delay, then we will just respond back to them like this user is offline, last scene is just will show the time. With the help of that, we can get to know about the status, is it offline or online. That's one thing.
So for
And
status, like how we will know, like within 10 seconds, like it is like how you are planning to have that activity.
okay, so you are talking about like activity, how we'll get to know user is like online and
Yeah,
offline at last scene, right? Okay.
yes.
Correct, Srini, or something else are you talking about?
No, correct. Like that's what I am trying to understand.
Okay,
Like how
so
would you say like,
okay, think about very simple. Like we can have one activity micro, I mean microservices we should have, and inside like every user information we will have a stored inside the user services, right? And activity meaning like I'm just thinking, if suppose user will do any activity like scrolling the chat or just they come online, right? Then we can send one of the call with the help of WebSocket or just REST API also we can do. And in the activity microservices we can store the data this user has performed some of the activity, like and we can store the time stamp as well. And the user one, how they will get to know is it online or offline. We can do one of the, suppose example, just we are doing the REST API call, and we will check if it is a current time, and whatever data we have recently stored inside the activity microservices, is it like below 10 seconds, then we can display the values to the user one. User two is online, because we have set the threshold like 10 second. If it is I mean above the 10 second, then we can just show the information like it's I mean user is offline and last scene is we can just show the time, whatever time is time we have stored, right? With the help of that we can just show in the on the top of it. This was like online offline. And again similar thing we can do. Do you have any doubt here till now, Srini?
yeah, you can proceed.
Okay, so another thing is like example, we can, okay, one more thing I can talk about, like suppose user has sent the message, and suppose their data is not on, or sometime retry, sometime network is not there, you are sending the message, right? And that message did not delivered or did not send at all. So then sometime in the message we was getting retry, one button will be there and we have to click on that, then only message is gonna send. So on that time we can do something for that message queue. We can implement what message queue can do, like in the message in the WhatsApp also we can see like whatever messages we are sending, right? That all messages gonna store in the order, right? I mean all the messages is gonna display in the order. So that all the thing is happening with the help of message queue. And message queue this can be one of the services. And this who can handle, we can use for this Kafka. They are like first in first out kind of. And here think about user one has this is like thing what we have here in the message. Okay, let it be. Suppose user one has sent any messages, it will go to the like a message queue. And suppose that I mean server or something like network is not there, that say still it will sit inside the queue. And of course we can store temporary in the database, like we can use DynamoDB or something to store like, and temporarily we can store, and we can again whenever user will open the WhatsApp, we will just respond back to them like this message did not send, can you retry? And user will be keep trying for 5 times. Suppose 5 times they are doing that, and just after 5 times, just we will display the error message like cannot send the message, like having some of the problem or something. So with the help of message queue, that all the thing will be taken care, like ordering or if network is not there. Okay. Till now, any question do you have?
No, no.
Okay, now I'm coming on. We have something I mentioned the image. Correct. So image, I'm just thinking about like suppose whenever user will upload the image, right? Then on that time, of course, we have user services. We can implement like media services, something on microservices. And inside the media, right? Like whenever user will upload, of course, we can store the data in S3, and inside the S3, like we can upload the value in S3, and with the help of S3, some ID will be there. That ID we can store in the database. Database again, it's depend. We should use no SQL here, like DynamoDB is there. MongoDB also we can use, but DynamoDB we can use for low latency and all. Again, till
Okay.
now, any question?
Uh, like, can you explain few more things? Like, you have multiple microservices that you have created.
Hmm.
Like, how the connections, how you will be communicating between those microservices. Can you explain those things?
See, Srini, like see, we have the gateway, right? So of course, like this authentication example, I'm just thinking like we can have one of the gateway, and this gateway can connect it with we can have auth service. You can correct me if I will be wrong. There is the text. Can have auth. We can have a user. We can have example message as a services, chat services or whatever. So this all the thing why gateway I'm talking about, like this gateway, all what they can take care, like they can take care of the security thing, they can take care of the entire rate limiting, and they can take care of the entire authentication, like if user is logged in or not. If it is not logged in directly, they will redirect back to the authentication services. And if they have logged in, get the information, and again they can decide like let's go to the chat service if they are like logged in, and they want to see the list of the messages.
Uh, I'm talking about how you will be communicating between you. Like, tell me about your DB model, like how it looks like. For auth, you will be having separate DB, user, you will be having separate DB, or chat, you will be having separate DB,
Okay.
or you will be having a single DB. If you are having a separate DB, then user should have like for chat, you need to know the user details, right? Like how you will be communicating between those.
Okay,
Explain that.
got it. So see, for chat we are going to use DynamoDB, and this, and user we can use any relational database also is fine. We can use example MySQL. So your question is how can we like we can talk each other, right? See, of course, they will have somewhere they will be hosted, right? And of course, I mean, we can call that services directly to one to another, right? Where it is going, whatever it is. See, like we will have a gateway, right? And say that we will have the user services. And inside the user services, suppose we wanted to look for the chat information, then we can call the directly with the help of IP address, we can get the data over here. Because we are going to use multiple databases over here, we can add Elasticsearch, we can add Kafka or Redis. So multiple services we are going to add.
Last 25 minutes are over. Last 5 minutes got started.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, like you are telling, like you will be making a REST API calls between those services to get the messages, right?
REST API current model, yes, but REST API is not gonna. Okay, we have to do the long pulling also. It's not gonna web socket we have to do, but that see, I mean, user facing that
No, why
entire
you
information.
need to do a socket between a user and a chat, right? Like you won't need to do a socket. It is not a bidirectional communication between those two services, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever details you require, like you can either make a API call or you can have a queue-based system, like where you can have some commands that you want this thing, and based on that, it will send back to you in another queue,
Mm.
right? I'm
So,
just questioning your approach on that.
mm,
I'm talking about the services like communication between your user and a chat, because user details and all will be under your user table and chat details only will be in your chat table, right? So you won't be
correct.
having the user details in your chat table. So for instance, like how you know like which user have this chat, like if you want to pull it to the user again, like to show it in their DMs, like how you will be showing those things.
See, I mean,
I was
suppose.
questioning about that thing.
See, I mean, you are correct on that. I'm just thinking like, of course, this problem is gonna occur because if REST API we will do, if entire information it will store inside the DynamoDB, like user information also and chat also, and that time that problem is gonna solve because directly we can face the
Okay.
face the data from the one. But again,
Like,
I have to see like how we can do with the help of two databases.
okay. So, like, can you put more details on your scalability? Because in if you are you going to use a single instance of DynamoDB? Like, if so, like you will be having millions of messages, right? Like, how good the DynamoDB can scale those millions of messages? Like, there would be a latency, right? If I need to query those
Correct.
messages, yeah. How you will handle that?
In that case, I'm just thinking like, of course, we should have a backup, like multiple. See, that's the reason. Like, we have the load balancer, right, Srini? Like, and multiple server can be added.
A load balancer is between your client and your application, right?
Correct.
Is it? So how it will handle between your application and your database? So there is no load balancer or gateway you have drawn over there, right? Mm.
Okay, in this case, then
Maybe like you can think about the indexes in DynamoDB like that you can use. You have the secondary index. Like for
mm,
example, users can be your primary index and your date can be your secondary index, and using that you can query that will reduce your time taken
okay,
for the query,
okay.
and you can have a multiple instance of DynamoDB that can automatically manage those
Okay, so
like
one question. So, Srini, are you talking about like in the DynamoDB, we can have a suppose this queries why I got it like a primary indexing, secondary indexing we can create, and with the help of we can do the fetch queries. But for DynamoDB, suppose this is the
you
server
can
or
have another server as well.
DynamoDB is something.
Yeah, it's ideal to have a replica sets across multiple servers, and
Okay,
right, like for read and write operations you might have like based on your read heavy and write heavy, like you can have a multiple instance. One is specially for read and one is specially for write, and in background it will sync between those two. So there are
okay.
multiple approaches which you can do.
Oh, like, and one more question, like you have mentioned, like suppose think about like we can have a multiple databases. Like suppose user I'm gonna store in the MySQL and think about like we have the push notification, and I'm just creating one of the another microservices, and there that information I'm storing in somewhere else, like some other like a Postgre. Then that kind of information, how they all is gonna talk each other.
Uh, that's
Uh,
the
I'm
beauty of
sorry to
microservice,
disturb.
right?
Like the 30 minutes for the session is over. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, you have a concept of polyglot where you can each microservice have multiple databases, different technologies. So to communicate between those, like you will be either using a REST API services to communicate, or you can have a queue based or event-based, event-driven communications as well. Based on that, you can communicate between the microservices.
Just sorry guys, just 30 more seconds. So one more the thing, like Srini, like you have mentioned REST API, right? But again, REST API again in the
You
background you
don't
will be
need to have inside your gateway actually. Like REST API communication between the services can come outside of the gateway itself, because that's a programmatic communication that we are trying to make.
hmm.
So one program is calling other program, like how we usually develop, right? Inside
Mm-hmm.
our service itself. Or like you can have a event bus kind of approach where you can have a Kafka. That will be ideal one where you can push, for example, user like client chat application want to know the user ID, right? You chat application might have a user ID and it want the user detail. You have a Kafka in between those and you push a event. Let's say like get me user detail for this ID. And
Got it.
once user receive that one, there will be another Kafka queue where you will be receiving. It is for like two-way communication. Two Kafka queues you will be having.
It's like a publisher and subscriber method we have.
I'm sorry, it's extending for a longer time, but I think we should stop it now.
Yeah.